Welcome to Beat the Market. It's been about 2 months since I last posted a video, so I thought I'd do another video. I kind of like doing this gold series since I believe I have uncanny talent for predicting the price of gold. Anyways, what's happening? Well, bottom line, you probably want to go short. And today, Monday, today's trading action was definitely confirmation that you want to be short. Why do you want to be short here? Well, here, I'll tell you why. Look over here, and you see a couple things. Well, on the daily chart, you see it initially went up early, and it's been hammered down all day. So it opened up high, pushed up to about 1390, 1400. You can call it 1400 if you want, but pushed up to right to a line where I draw. And I'll bring up that chart in a little bit. Actually, I'll draw the chart. It's on the weekly. So we're about to have a golden cross here. It's a little late though, and even if you have a golden cross at this time, when you have the 50 crossing the 200, it usually means you have columns consolidation anyways. So expect at least over the short term for gold to drop to at least 1,300 bucks consolidation, and I believe we're looking for more like a $1,200 test the $1,200 floor again. Weakness. If we have $1,200 in June, some people might call it bottom in gold. It also a lot depends on the tensions in Crimea. The Crimean tensions are, I believe, are at a peak with the referendum. Russia's entrenched. They got their prize, Crimea. There's no way they're giving up Crimea. You have no idea how strategic the Black Sea is to the Silk Road trade. There's absolutely no way in hell that the Russians are giving up Sevastopol. You just can't do it. Like without it, if NATO ever got that base, like they could squeeze Silk Road trade west, like out of the ocean there with out of the Black Sea, with Turkey on the other side. So it's huge. There's absolutely no way the Russians are giving up, and they can yap all they want. It's just not gonna happen. But the Russians are not going into eastern Ukraine. That's for sure. So you kind of have a stalemate here, and you've seen oil. Oil's kind of the leader in this, kind of the smart one. The smart money's already left. Oil's back down under $100 a barrel, and gold was lagging, a little less smart, I guess. Gold bugs are not very smart. What can you expect? But it's about to drop too. So look, that candle right there is probably the biggest sign out of everything. You got a peak. It's a Monday candle. So even on the weekly, and you look for confirmation still on the weekly. So Friday, if you've got a candle that looks like that, where you have a high open and then close, and Monday closes at its lowest on a Friday, that means you definitely have your big sell signal, and definitely the reversal. So what are some keys here? Well, let's get out of the daily chart. It doesn't really tell you much. It tells you, we got a little bit of a top coming on. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly tells us more. Sure, let's go here. Let's bring it up so you can draw some lines, magic lines. They're always fun. So let's draw. I love trend lines. Do some more scratching here. So we got this overall bear trend. You can bear it wherever you want. Started another one right here. As you can tell, basically we're up on this peak line. So if you go through here, we definitely got. If you go through this line, definitely. I swear. If you go through this line, you definitely have a change. The sentiment change and everything. And you know what? Everyone's gonna party in the gold industry. But I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen. Maybe next year, but not this year. I'm telling you right now, not this year. So at any rate, looks like a great, but it's a fake. You have your double bottom here. It's nice seasonal rally for 3 months all the way up here, and it's a little stronger this year. Definitely a lot stronger than last year, where it was breaking down in February, showing big signs of it breaking down in February. But this year it's a lot stronger, and the big reason is Ukraine. Really, it's huge. Like people are thinking World War III, World War III. Well, you know what I'm saying? World War III's begun. You know, if you haven't figured out, like we're not official, and these type of battles are gonna go on for the next 10 years probably before you have official entrance sides taking places. But at this point, you know what? You can already see tensions growing, and they're not gonna abate. They're gonna keep growing, and at some point, these tensions are gonna, bring gold back into play for sure, along with a whole bunch of other things. Because when World War III starts, there's gonna be a big financial component to it. Because World War III is gonna be about the petrodollar. It's gonna be about because the U.S. is cheating with how they. One of the big things in gold was that you'd buy it because U.S. is QEing out of the world and inflation to everywhere, right? But you cheat. If you got the petrodollar, everything works on the petrodollar. So you could print trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, and the U.S. has printed trillions. And what's gold done? It's done nothing. What has the U.S. dollar done? It's barely moved. And people were calling for the U.S. dollar to be calling for it to be the what is Zimbabwe or whatever it's called. Has it? No. Why? Because it's the petrodollar. It's the magic of the petrodollar. And the first one, well, I think everyone's realized this since Rome. But for the New Age, after the Enlightenment and the Industrial Revolution, the first one really realized it was Napoleon, and that's why he went off to Moscow in the first place. And it's why the Americans are trying to do it again, and it's just doesn't work. So, anyways, we live in interesting times, and gold's gonna be a part of that, like it or not. You know what? So I'm gonna keep following it because I don't think it's done. You know what? I don't believe anyone's predictions that it's going to 2000 this year or next year, but it could. In times of uncertainty, especially if we have an assault on the U.S. dollar and the integrity of it and the whole financial system, gold's going to be a major part of that. So there's a lot of things, though. The renminbi will, even the ruble at some point, the Bitcoin. You talk about cheap, the ruble's cheap. Anyways, let's keep looking at this. Gold short. Ukraine tensions, boom, peaked. Another reason to sell. Seasonality, yeah, March. Time to sell. And what do you got? You've got this downtrend that's appearing. Hello, a nice little channel right here. Hello, look at this little channel and it widens up. That is a channel that this price action could follow. Especially if this resistance line right here proves too much. And at this time of year, hello, it was a nice rally, but it's see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And see this line right there? This horizontal resistance, or horizontal support, sorry, I get my stuff mixed up all the time, is nothing. This diagonal support is more, and that gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So when you're working out your way to May, you could be at $1,100. You could get some price action up. But you see how gold gets to $1,000 or even less by the end of the year? You know what? I think I'm well on track for my prediction. At any rate, it's going lower, and now is a great time to short gold. I can't say it any better. Now is a great time to short gold.